Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Arena Gauntlet League match. Today will be match number 14 of the Tarkir Dragonstorm Gauntlet League, and we are rapidly approaching halfway through, and we might only have one or two matches left with the deck you see on your screen right now, because if you are all caught up in the series, you know that it's very hit or miss, and at this point in the league when we are playing against pools with 20 plus rares, and 20 plus pieces of fixing and dual lands and tri-lands, of which we really don't have either of those. We are really starting to struggle, but we're giving it at least one more match with the deck you see on your screen here right now, and we're gonna hope that today it's good enough to get us the win. We'll start this recap, as we always do, by looking at the top of the 184 player leaderboard and seeing Pluto still here at the top. All these players' weeks are pretty much done except for Wisma, and Tanathanos. But Pluto's going to hang out at the top 13-2, almost impossible to catch. Tanathanos could if they go 3-0 for the rest of the week, but lots of great names up here. Billy Josh, Seething Octopus, Goku or Go Home Johnny, lots of great names. And if you scroll down a little bit, you find us sitting in 27th place here before today's match, with the record of 9-4, and our opponent match win percentage tiebreaker not really helping us out, but we need a couple wins to help us get toward the top of this leaderboard if we're really going to stay in top 8 position here. Within the Abzan clan, we do still have 2 matches left, so we are trailing 5 others. There are 37 members of the Abzan clan, and we are sitting in 6th place among them. And if we can remain in top 8 and our clan wins the Ascendancy Challenge, we could participate in our own little top 8 mega draft. Today's match is going to be against DemonicTutor, who has a record of 7-4, is in rank 67th, running a full 5-color deck, to the surprise of no one, and is in the Teamer clan, one of our rival clans in the Ascendancy Challenge here. This is actually going to be our second matchup. I think DemonicTutor was one of my week 6 opponents in my only top 8 league, the Foundations League, where I did get that win to secure that top 8. But they have a lifetime AGL record of 89-119, with a win percentage just below 43%, and mine has dropped down close to 57% with our most recent loss. And like I mentioned, as far as the badges, we have that top 8 badge from Foundations, and DemonicTutor does have a top 16 badge to their name, and I believe it was from that Foundations League, if I'm not mistaken. I could clarify that, but I'm pretty sure it was. So it's going to be a tough match today against a good opponent, 7-4 opponent. It's going to be a tough one, but we're going to see if our Abzan mid-range deck can take it down. See you in game 1. Well, this is certainly an interesting opening hand. We have all 3 Blossoming Sands and no basics. Can't cast Krumar Initiate, but we do have the Kinguard into Skyrider, and a basic opens up being able to do this slightly earlier. I don't think this hand is super great, but Skull Hunter certainly doesn't make it better. So, there's that. Alright, here we go. Off on the 5-color nonsense again. Yeah, and we are not getting off to a hot start particularly. Didn't find that basic. Okay, that's a morph. Still haven't found even another land, unfortunately. You almost always want to make the extra body with this, especially with the coordinated maneuver in hand. I think it just makes sense to do that. Can I pick out what this morph is here? Alright, missed land. You gotta love it. Guess we'll just play this. And no attacks, so I'm sure it'll die here. We've had mana issues the last several matches, so this week has not been kind. Our mana base has not been kind to us. There goes the Skyrider as expected. And pass the turn. Mistfire Weaver is a morph that they have. For 3 mana, which is 1 is a blue, so 2 in a blue. It's a 3/1 flyer. And whenever it's turned face up, target creature gains hexproof until end of turn. I guess we're just playing a Bearer of Glory and holding up Exhale into Maneuver. We're not putting a whole lot of pressure here, but at least he's missing land drops, but we don't have... What's it called? We don't have black. So can we take advantage of missed land drops here? I think that might just be Mistfire Weaver. I think that's the only morph I see. There's a Nervous Gardener, but that's Disguise. Abzan Guide, a 4/4 lifelink. That is a morph. And the black mana. Okay, that's... Putting a removal spell back on top. Sure, I think I'm going to use this to kill that. I have attacks with the Bearer here. I drew another card that I can't cast. I really don't want that to be an Abzan Guide. So let's just get in, I guess, since we're not casting black cards. Putting that on top does force him to not draw a land, which is pretty good. Okay, more cards I can't cast. Sure. More creatures dying. Oh man, the mana issues that we've had have just been brutal. I mean, he is too, but we're just... It's something we can play, I guess. I mean, it's just going to die here, but I guess we have to force it. We're not just going to hold up Exhale for nothing. So let's play that and have it die to the Kin Tree Severance and hopefully keeps missing land drops here, I guess. What do we have? A 7-turn clock right now? I mean, we're both missing land drops in both of our defenses here. Once I draw a swamp, I just... Perfect. I don't need that. Even in the slightest. Okay. Pass it back. Don't do anything. Land? Are we just staring at each other, not doing anything here? Alright, Deemer Tawny back. Find a land. Sure, you'll discard a Harmonize card if I had to guess. Or Renew. One of the two, that's my guess. Harmonize or Renew. What's it going to be? No, just a Sarkhan's Resolve. Did find the land. So did we. What? What a reward. All black cards and nothing to do with it. It's a pretty good one. That stonewalls most of our deck here. The Siege can let us attack with Menace, but see what we draw. Okay, I guess we're just going to try to get some attacks in here and is it too little too late for the black? I mean, I'm sure looking at 4 cards and drawing another, he's got another land drop here, so now we get to the... We had all of the chance in the world to be able to close this game out, but our deck did not cooperate. And there are 2 Roar of Endless songs in this pool, so kind of brutal. Defibrillating Current doesn't really do anything. I mean, I can post-combat defibrillating current, whatever they block, like double block with here, I guess. That's something. And I can Skull Hunter to get a card out of the hand. What if I attack with both? Give that, or like give this one, no, give this one Menace. If they double block, yeah, I think attacking with both is actually fine. I can do one, I can cast this for 5 and this for 2. Okay, let's deal the 2 damage to the 5/5. Go to 7, make them discard, and then cast the current to finish off the 5/5. Although they're getting another 5/5 next turn. Yeah, this game was so brutal. We should have won this so easily, but couldn't do it. Crater Hoof Behemoth. Okay. Okay, so we go down a game here, and we did everything we were supposed to do, we just didn't draw well here. I mean, what, are we dead next turn? Just to the Roar of Endless song? It's very possible. We've got our good cards, we just drew them too late, it looks like. So what do we have here? 18, 19, 20, 22? So we're not dead on board? I mean, we would go to 3, but let's see. Full 5 color, as expected, as is every deck that we're playing here now in the league. I'm wondering if they have some sort of lethal over there that they're trying to calculate. I mean, I don't know what we could draw at this point, but I suppose we're not officially dead. Another Roar of Endless song, yeah. There's that. That gets the counters. I can go to 1. Dragon's Prey is removal, so I have to win this turn. I just don't think I can. Because they're just going to hold... No? Okay, so that's 24. 24 is not 25. And too little too late for that. So, brutal loss in game 1. We had that pretty easily if we had drawn just a swamp in the first 7 turns of the game, I guess. So what can we do here? How much removal did we see? It was the Dragon's Prey, as well as... There was one other removal, I thought. Maybe not. Oh, they shuffled something in, I think, with this. Yeah. Don't have a ton of reach that I saw. I mean, their creatures just get really big, which is obviously an issue, but that's an issue for all of our opponents. I didn't see a great target for the enchantment removal. They've got the double Roar of Endless Song, but they already played a 5-mana 5/5, so what's me killing the next one gonna do? Same thing here. Revival of the Ancestors is in the pool, but they've already got 3 1/1s out of that deal. Yeah, let's just hope our mana situation can get slightly better, I guess. Is it worth going down to 4 green sources? We only have 3 green cards here. We have 4, 5, 6 green sources with the Devotee and the Sentinel. For 3 green cards, that would give us 12 and 11. I'm going to try to do that this time. See if that's any better. So we have 3 colors of mana, 2 4-drops, a couple removal spells. I mean, the Mardu Skull Hunter's not going to be at its peak here. It's just going to be a 2-mana 2/1 ETB's tapped. But then we have some removal to back it up, I guess. Unless we draw another 2-drop here. That would be pretty good. Drawing a 2-drop so we could attack with it, play Skull Hunter next turn. No, so we'll just play Skull Hunter, the world's saddest 2-drop. Okay, that is an easy Caustic Exhale target. Oh, but I really do want to use Aggressive Negotiations, but I can't. Well, actually, I probably should do this now. This is the whole point of my deck, is to play a 2-drop and use the Aggressive Negotiations here. So, no red. There's the Dragon's Play, the Reclamation to get rid of the Siege here as the sideboard card. The Dragon Sniper is really annoying. Can't cast the Temur Tawny back. Could cast Dragon's Prey next turn. The Heritage Reclamation, like I said, is going to get rid of this Barren Steppe Siege. So the question becomes, do I get rid of the Heritage Reclamation or the Dragon's Prey? I think I'm going to get rid of the Dragon's Prey here and try to hope that the Skull Hunter can go a little bit of the distance. Although they do have the Sniper here now, so Sniper, Evolving Wilds, get a Mountain. Be able to cast Tawny back next turn. Okay. I still have the Exhale for the Ledger Shredder, so that's why I'm using Caustic Exhale on the 1/1. See if the 4/3 comes down. There it goes. Probably just trade with it and then play a 3/3 because I don't expect this siege to last very long. Conversely, I could trade with it, play Barren Steppe Siege on Mardu, make them sacrifice the Ledger Shredder, and then this thing won't have very good targets anymore. Okay, no trade, which means I think I just play Lancer here then. And then... don't know what these two cards are. Don't think I need to block that. I have attacks with these two things. And the Caustic Exhale to kill the Shredder if he goes for a double spell and a block here. So let's hold up Caustic Exhale and then see if he goes for a double spell to eat the Skull Hunter, and then I can Osseous Exhale here. And I can use it on the Shredder. If he just blocks the 1/1, I could still use it here. Which I think I should. Submit 0. Just trying to push the damage here. Okay. Kill the Shredder. Take 6. Play a Bearer. Pass it back. Okay, no plays. That's always good. Now we're getting to the fun part of the game when 5 and 6 mana spells gets to start coming down. Craterhoof costs 8. Eshki Dragonclaw costs 4. Double Roar of Endless Song. Revival of the Ancestors. All this can be cast with the 5 colors that he has on the battlefield here. Alright, is he going to cycle the Reclamation and I can actually get some value out of the Siege here? Alright. Looks like we actually might be able to get some value out of the Siege because the sideboard card goes to the graveyard. But I need to close this game out in like the next 2 turns pretty much. See what the follow-up is. Land. Kill it, okay. Alright, they're going to trade with Skull Hunter here. Go to 5. Alright, what's the follow-up to that? Another Tawny back, that's okay. Currently don't have lethal next turn. Alright, that's fine. I don't have lethal unless I can figure out a way to get a counter pre-combat, but he does have to chump. So that's good. So what's the top deck, I guess? Gotta block the Bearer to not die here. I could pump and go to 1, but that doesn't make any sense. So block there. It's got first strike. Go to first strike damage. Go to 2. Play Siege on Abzan. And there we go. Alright. Got the win there. Now we get to go on the draw, which makes negotiations maybe a little bit worse. Maybe not a ton worse, but at least a little bit. I still didn't see very many great targets for artifact enchantment removal. This doesn't seem super great as a 4-drop. This doesn't line up super great, I don't think. I mean, the flyers seemed okay. There's not a lot of flyers over there, although this thing does have reach, the Ledger Shredder. There's a Narrative Heart of the Storm, 4/5 flyer. Could do Lightfoot Technique over an Aggressive Negotiations just to try to protect my creatures a little bit. Oh, how did I take both of these out? I hate how it does that. I just want to get rid of one. I guess I could click on it. Yeah. I liked the mana situation a little bit better that game too. But the Negotiations is so good for getting cards out of the hand. Even on the draw, I mean, it's just really good at what it does. Maybe these Skull Hunters are a little worse on the draw. Actually, probably a lot worse on the draw. But like, what could come in place of it? I like the fact that we have a lot of 2s. I could put Earthcarver, but that seems worse than a Skull Hunter. If the Skull Hunter is able to get a card out of the hand, it's very good. And I don't want to go too low on creatures. So I think I'm just going to run it back like this. There's Rebellious Strikes to try to push through, but that just trades. It doesn't really do anything. Yeah, I think I'm just going to run it like this and hope a little bit of a mana stumble over there and we can get off to a hot start. Well, hello there, Descendant of Storms. And look at that, Warden of the Grove is in the opening hand. We haven't really had that very often, so it's a pretty easy keep for us. Got all 3 colors of mana. Could this be the hand that just runs away with it? We got a mulligan over there, so 1 fewer card to help hit all 5 colors of mana. And if we can draw, I think we only have 1 forest, but if we draw that exact forest, then I can go Storms, Endure, and Warden, but I want to play the Blossoming Sands on 2 here to make sure the Warden comes down on 3. No, no. Brutal. Yeah, well, that's a pretty good, if the card wasn't in the main deck, as a sideboard card, it's a very good sideboard card against my deck. It shuts off a lot of what I'm doing here, so Warden of the Grove coming down on 3, and hopefully it survives to at least our next turn where we can play a creature and get a counter, but alright, that's fine. That means Warden gets to survive here. I've got to get the Warden down. I mean, I could, whenever a non-token creature enters, I was going to say I could Strategic Betrayal and Dawnbreaker next turn. Let's see if this dies. If this dies, then I might do that. Because I want to be able to hit something relevant with this. And I also don't want to play a creature, have this die, and then I don't even get the Endure trigger. But if this can go the distance, this will win us the game. Let's see if it does anything here. What is the follow-up? Evolving Wilds and pass. Yeah, alright. So I think I'm going to play Blossoming Sands and Pack Beast here, which opens up Dawnbreaker potentially next turn. I just wonder if this thing is going to die. It's very possible it does. But do I attack first? Either way, I guess I attack first, because if I play the Pack Beast, they're going to kill this in response. And if I attack, they have to decide if they want to take the damage first. So let's attack first here. Hopefully there's no way to punish me for attacking first. I don't think. So let's play the Pack Beast, see what happens. Alright, we do get the Endure trigger. I'm going to make the 1/1. Okay, no removal, no plays. Forgot to crack Evolving Wilds. That's unfortunate, but okay for us. Sagu Wildling, alright. Go get probably a mountain. There's the mountain. Let's see if that opens up removal. Any Molten Exhales? No Molten Exhale. 2 Twin Bolts, but that doesn't matter here. Yeah, that makes sense. Probably just wanting to get that Surveil, get the land off the top. We'll go ahead and block. Now we get to decide what I can do now. This is tough because I want to play Dawnbreaker, get a 2/2, go super wide. I just don't know if this Betrayal's getting any better or worse. Next turn we could Betrayal and Maneuver, and then that might even just be big enough. So let's do this. Make a 2/2. Give that +1/+0. Attack all, hit for, what is that, an 8? 7? Alright, what's the follow-up here? We've got 2 removal spells. I don't see a board wipe in the deck. Unless there's one at uncommon, which I don't think there is. There's Craterhoof, but that doesn't do much. Oh, there's Scavenger, Regent, Exude, Toxin, but that requires double black and can wipe the board for 4. That's the black dragon that we have in our deck here. So if it has a swamp into exactly that, but it doesn't look like that's what it is. Equilibrium Adept should mean we've got lethal now with the Betrayal and the Maneuver here. Oof. All right. That was... These games are getting so stressful. But we did get the win here. Alright, good to get off of a 2-match losing streak, so that feels great. Descendant of Storms and turn 3 Warden of the Grove did get to go the distance for us, and that is the power of what our deck can do when it does its thing. So, we take those. Ooh, what a curve out that was, and that is what our deck is designed to do. So we win, going from 27th place with a record of 9-4, jumping up to the top page of the leaderboard as far as the top 11 go, and we are in 11th with a record of 10-4. And our opponent match win percentage, like I said, not really helping us out much. If we get the win, we won't really jump up, or I'd say if we get the win in the last match, we don't really jump up that many more places. We'll probably sit around 7th or 8th, and then Wisma and Tanathanos could jump us with wins of their own. But we just got to concern ourselves with what we're doing and see if we can get to 11-4 on the league after this week, after tomorrow's match. Now, within the Abzan clan, we do jump into 2nd for right now. If we win our last match of the week, we stay in 2nd, and if we lose, we jump back down to, I believe, probably 6th place if I had to guess. But that's okay. This is still just some nice friendly competition among teammates, and we're doing pretty well among the 37 members. So we take those. Thanks for tuning in today, and I'll see you tomorrow for the final Arena Gauntlet League match of Week 3.